Good morning everyone, today is PSO2 day for both free-to-play as well as premium members, so today is pretty much the best time to do any sort of farming at all because there are a ton of benefits to reap. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to talk about is, do you notice this freaking raccoon sitting on my recording table? Like, when did they place it here? I think it was like a New Year's thing, like after the countdown, they just like spawned it here instead. I find it pretty weird, but I mean, hey, it's part of the video now, so that's pretty cool that they added the raccoon and they just plopped it right on top of this table. That's pretty nice. But more importantly, of course, today is PSO2 day, so you want to go to get campaign items over here to receive account, and you're going to see right here, first PSO2 day, and you get 50 star gems as well as 2 special scratch tickets, so make sure to pick that up. Now the reason why this PSO2 day is so special is because we currently have another campaign called the Christmas campaign, which is giving us 50% more EXP earned, as well as 50% more rare drop earned, as well as a drop item preset skill rate plus 100%. And this stacks on top of our PSO2 day buff, which gives us 20% more EXP earned, as well as an additional 50% rare drop rate, which is why we have all of these buffs going on right now. Now keep in mind, this applies to everything. So if you do decide to do Stia Devastators, for example, you can see you gain all of these buffs and they apply to everything in the game right now. So it's a very good time to do any sort of farming today because you're benefiting from all of those boosts. Now, so don't forget, you could stack all of your regular boosts on top of that. So you can use your Rappy Shape Fritters, which will give you another 10% try boost. You can use an N try boost plus 20%, which will give you another 20% try boost. Then you can stack an N rare drop rate plus 25%, the Meseta earn plus 50%, the N EXP earn plus 25%. And if you're farming seasonal points, you can also pop one of these boosters over here, which will give you 100% more seasonal points. Now, I have had some people asking me, does this booster even work? Because it doesn't say the New Year's event over here, and I can confirm that it does work. It's usable from Christmas 2022 to Winter 2023, which includes the current New Year's seasonal point event. So when you use this booster, you will get additional seasonal points when you're farming in the current New Year's seasonal event. Now, if you're feeling extra spicy, you can also pop these NEX rare drop rates, which stack on top of the regular rare drop rate buffs. Now, for those who did buy the Mastery 4S bundles back in the day, don't forget that you have these N rare drop rate plus 100% 24 hours. You have 3 of them if you bought all 3 packages, so don't forget to use them. So what do I recommend people to farm on PSO2 day? Literally just do whatever the heck you enjoy doing the most. However, personally, I recommend farming for seasonal points because remember, the seasonal shop just updated and there are a lot of items to pick up, especially the 200 Infernium. 200 Infernium requires 400,000 seasonal points. That doesn't take too long to farm. However, if you are strapped for time, I do recommend buying those point boosters so that you can get your seasonal points really quickly. You could probably get your 400 seasonal points with a booster in about an hour. So if you only have 1 hour to play, I recommend popping a bunch of those boosters. So you know, your N rare drop rate, your EXP booster, your Meseta booster, as well as maybe Rappy Fritters if you want, and just stack a ton of 1 hour boosters and just go ham farming combat zones. However, I know a lot of people are going to be asking, should I be farming in deck space 1 or if I should be going back to Retem Al Noth? And it depends what you're farming for. If you only care about seasonal points, you don't care about the rare drop rate or any of the items that you're getting, then Retem Al Noth is going to be the best place to go. Now, I don't recommend rank 4 because all the mobs are level 60. I would go to rank 3 where all the mobs are level 40. You can one-shot them very easily. You can play Force, you can play Tecker, you can use a Talus or a Rod, and you literally just AoE everything down very easily. And this is the fastest way to get seasonal points. If that is all you care about, Retem Al Noth is the play. Now keep in mind, even though you're farming in rank 3 and all the enemies are level 40, you can still get the Tenebro weapons. So by getting those, you might get a high fix-up because the fix-up drop rate has been increased. So Retem Al Noth is pretty much the safe bet to go. However, for me personally, I will be farming in deck space. And the reason for this is because of the Ephetus Armor Arga. I want to get an Ephetus Armor Arga with some fixes because I would like a couple fixa guards to put onto my armor just to get even more damage reduction and just be even more tanky, so that's why I'm going to be farming in Dex base. Now if combat zones isn't your cup of tea, then purple triggers is going to be the next best thing. Of course, we've got the Stia Devastators. I think most people are going to prefer to run the Stia Devastators, especially if you do have a Tenebro weapon that's already maxed out for this content specifically, because you know all the Gigas over here are weak to the ice element, so you will be able to kill these a lot quicker. And the main thing that you're going to be farming for are actually going to be the capsules. Because of all this extra rare drop rate, especially if you have another 100% booster, you're going to get a lot of those capsules. You're going to get more Infernium, which you can exchange those Infernium for Stia Dominas, by the way, and then you can sell the Stia Dominas for a lot of money, or you can exchange them for Alt Secreta Force, which you can sell for a small amount of money. But I don't think Alt Secreta Force is the way to go, because a lot of people are going to be farming combat zones, and so the Alt Secreta prices are going to drop significantly because you're going to get a ton of those Alt Secretas, especially since today is PSO2 day and everyone has so much rare drop rate. However, another notable item is of course the Koklophus weapon camo. That weapon camo does change color based off your weapon's color variant, so that is really cool. I believe Renova has a video about it. I'll leave it in the description below so you can check it out, but the Koklophus weapon camo is pretty awesome. Now if you don't want to farm combat zones or purple triggers, then the next best thing is just going to be veteran farming, as well as the Recon Gigantics farming. That's pretty much going to be Drayson Plant. Again, you're farming for those Gigas capsules as well as those Dreadkeeper 4s. Now, if you only care about Dreadkeeper 4, then I actually recommend farming in Stia Outskirts over here. The first veteran's over here, second veteran's over here, and the third veteran's actually up here. So I recommend just looping between these three veterans over and over if you only care about Dreadkeeper 4. Now, something to keep note about Stia Outskirts is when it storms, there will be a gigantic Doldorus over here. Ignore it. Do not fight the gigantic Doldorus. It has way too much HP and takes forever to kill and will waste a lot of time. For most people, I would recommend just changing block and continue farming your dread enemies.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals that boosts the res?